What's up, people? Tony here, and welcome back to another TTBurger Game Reviews. This is episode 122, part 1 of 1. And today I'm going to be doing something that I have not done before on my channel, and that is review a Battlefield game. And for me, with my experience with the Battlefield series, I didn't really play that many Battlefield games growing up and stuff, because when it first came out, I wasn't really completely into the series like that, because it was mainly PC multiplayer only and stuff, and I really couldn't get into those PC multiplayer only games and stuff. So I kind of skipped a lot of the games and stuff, like Battlefield 1942, 1943, and all of them. But I have played 4 Battlefield games in my life here. I've played first off with Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, then Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, which sucked so much that I pretty much just gave up on the Battlefield series altogether, including with Bad Company 2 not being that great either, because it was very linear and stuff and such. That's just me there. But today, on this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews, I'm going to be looking at my favorite Battlefield game of all time, and we got it right here. This is Battlefield Bad Company, and when we look at the PlayStation 3 version, it was also released on the Xbox 360, released by Electronic Arts and DICE. Now, this is the very first Battlefield game to have a full single-player experience, and a good single-player experience at that. Now, I know Battlefield 2 Modern Combat had single-player experience stuff, but it wasn't as deep as this game was and stuff. This game uses the Frostbite engine, and it works really well, and it makes the game very enjoyable. What I really like about Battlefield Bad Company is, and why it's my favorite Battlefield game of all time and stuff like that, is how open the game feels. Like, the levels you are in are very huge and wide, and they are open, and they pretty much give you that open feel to it. Definitely, you can destroy almost anything in the environment. Like 90% of anything is destructible, and the game has a very cinematic feel because of this. Like, you want to destroy a wall to get inside a house, you can do that. You want to run over trees with a vehicle and stuff, you can do that as well. Almost anything you can destroy that there, definitely. And you can also drive vehicles and stuff too, which is also a lot of fun, but I'll talk about that later on, along with the other stuff that makes this game fucking amazing. Now let's talk about the story here. The story puts you in the role of Private Preston Marlowe, a US soldier who is transferred to Bad Company, which is also called B Company. Bad Company is a 4-man team of misfits consisting of you, Private Preston Marlowe, Private Terrence Sweetwater, who is the smart guy with the brains, Private George Gordon Haggard Jr., who is the dumbass comic relief guy of the team, and then you have Sergeant Samuel D. Redford, who is the leader of Bad Company, who is set to retire in 3 days. The story mainly takes place in the fictional country called Sadaristan, and it follows the Bad Company as they take place missions they are sent out on, and they're mainly follows them how they are trying to find some nice solid gold. It's a great story. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and I'm glad it doesn't, because it's a fun story that doesn't need to be taken all seriously. And I don't want to spoil too much of the story here, so that's all you're getting for the story, people. Sorry. If you want more information, play the game yourself. For the presentation here, this game looks amazing, especially for a last-gen game. It still holds up really well to this day. The graphics look very crisp and very colorful, especially on a flat-screen TV. It looks amazing. You guys see this thing in HD running at 1080p at 60 frames per second here. Of course, you're not going to see the experience here, because with my capture device like that, I can only show you so much here. So believe me, it looks a lot better than this, definitely, especially when you're playing it on a big screen TV with a flat screen like a Samsung Smart TV. Definitely looks great for a 7th generation video game. The character models are very detailed and are full of life. They got like facial animations, and they animate really well and stuff, and lip syncing is fantastic as well when they talk. And the backgrounds are very big and very detailed. There's a lot of detail that goes into all the missions and stuff, and all the environments that you explore. And it gives you that really open feel to it, definitely. And the gun models are awesome too. The gun models look great. It almost looks like you're firing a gun in real life and stuff. That's how great the guns look. And for the frame rate varies depending on what type of quality setting you have. Like, if you're playing on a big screen TV or on this, it'll depend. Like, when I was recording footage here, there was some slowdown, but when you're playing on a big screen TV, there's no frame rate issues whatsoever. Now for the sound is also awesome. You got hokey voice acting and dialogue, which is done on purpose because the game doesn't take itself so seriously, and it's meant to be that way, and it works really well. And you got the music, which is awesome too. I mean, it puts you into that army setting and stuff. Even though it takes place in the near future, it puts you in that army setting definitely. And everything else about the sound is awesome. Like the gun sound effects, the way the vehicles sound and stuff when they move, and when you run into stuff or crash into stuff and blow stuff up, they all sound great definitely. Now for the gameplay, there's 3 words to describe it: fun, fun, fun. You got the single player mode and the multiplayer mode, and the single player mode is awesome, and I love it and stuff. The single player mode is awesome. It uses the Frostbite engine, like I said, and it's just a fun mode where you spend time fighting to find the bad guys and do missions with a big variety and stuff as well. The best part of the game, like I said, is how almost everything is destructible. Trees, houses, gas cans, bridges, other vehicles and stuff. Almost all that stuff is destructible, and it's fun to blow stuff up and destroy stuff in Battlefield Bad Company, giving you that cinematic feel, open world to it and stuff. It's just awesome. It really, really, really is. You have a lot of vehicles here in Battlefield Bad Company, ranging from Humvees, armored trucks, supply trucks, boats, tanks, helicopters, and more and more and more. And it definitely is fun to drive these too. And the way the vehicles feel fantastic. The way they handle really, really, really well, like you're driving an actual Humvee or stuff. You also have a radio in the vehicle as well that you can mess around with too, with changing these songs and stuff too, which is really cool. It's the first time a game's ever done that in a first-person shooter. And the controls are very smooth and fluid, both in and out of vehicles too, so you'll have no problem with the controls at all and stuff, definitely. You have 7 missions total in the single player mode that are long. It'll take you at least like 15 hours or so to finish. And after that, you can go replay it again on another difficulty level if you want to. And there's also a lot of weapons here in this game. I spent time using the default rifle that Preston Marlowe has, but you have tons of cool weapons that you can find and collect. You also find bars of gold too in the game as well. And also the multiplayer, I never really got into the multiplayer because I don't really play online, so I can't say anything about that. But it is a shame though that a lot of people don't really like this game because this game focused more on single player than multiplayer and stuff. Now I know Battlefield was mainly all about multiplayer, but let them make a single player experience game for us single player people who like to play single player games and stuff. So that's what they wanted to do there, definitely. And aside from that though, there really isn't much else to say. I mean, Battlefield Bad Company is a fantastic Battlefield game and definitely the best Battlefield game ever made, and I wish they made more Battlefield games like this. Battlefield Bad Company 2 really tried, but it didn't have that open world feel to it. It felt very linear and in a straight line and stuff. It just, sure, like it was really cool how the explosions looked and everything and stuff, but it just didn't feel as open as the original Battlefield Bad Company, and that's why I don't have Battlefield Bad Company 2 anymore. But if I do get it, I'll probably review it in the future, but I'm just saying there that like I didn't like it as much as the original Battlefield Bad Company, and that's pretty much what I'm saying there. So my final verdict is like this. I definitely recommend you pick up Battlefield Bad Company. It's definitely the best Battlefield game ever made, and if you can find it, it's very cheap. No matter which version you have, PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, you're in for a treat here, definitely. Although I do recommend the PlayStation 3 version a little more because of the controls and stuff, but whatever system you get it for, you're in for a well-deserved treat, definitely. The score I'll be giving it, I didn't really have any complaints with it, so the score I'll be giving it is a perfect 10 out of 10. A fantastic game done by EA and DICE, and they should be proud of us because they made a fantastic Battlefield game and stuff. And that's pretty much it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode where I'll review something. You just gotta wait and see what happens. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Those of you who are new here, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment down below. And don't forget to join my Discord group, TTBurger Gamers United, because we're always looking for more people to join. That's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace out and have a great day.